Gila in school. It's always jamming here. Sundabe?
Can you dance also? Oh, break it down.
Sa otro daw. Eh? Sunda. Pwede pa tanakam ko sa out.
So we've been up here working on this countertop. We got sealer. We'll cut that off later, that glue and that caulk, that extra, after it dries, but clean it all up, get the marks off. Over here in the corner, I bought this tile to put back here as a backsplash, kind of adds some color and all. So we gotta move the receptacles out in order to put these on. So right now, Mike, you need to go ahead and take that top and bottom screws out on both of these so they're loose, and get in here, cut holes in the tiles. And these boxes, I know that one for sure. Is that a white box? What color is that? The box inside?
Orange.
Oh, that's those bad ones. Yeah, maybe I can find a longer screw to put in them. We'll see. I like the white ones that just use the coarse thread. It's super easy to deal with. They don't mess up so like these orange ones. When we first started building the house, all we had choice was the orange ones, and as we progressed, we were able to get those white ones that use the coarse threads like a wood screw. So we will see. So I've been back here working on laminating these tiles on the wall. Want to add some color back here in the back. So I'm having to cut out for the outlets and switches there. Mike had to leave. He's got to go take his little girl to the doctor or hospital or something. So he's just doing half day, not even a full half, I don't guess. A little accent is all I'm adding in. In here, I've got Joel doing the same thing I had him do over another CR. Build a little short wall out right there and tile it so that we can put a standard size shower door in. So if any of you building, I just tell you, the price between having a custom door put in to the size like that versus building it down to an off-the-shelf size is a massive different price, man. Just go ahead and build it down to the off-the-shelf size. That custom glass work for like shower doors and stuff is just too expensive unless you just got the big bucks. And if you ever have to replace it, you know, it gets corroded or something through years, starts looking old and tired, you're gonna be paying big bucks again. Or you can just go buy a simple one off the shelf. And down here, we're knocking that curb down at the front driveway. It just was sticking up too high. The truck, the bike, especially Melinda's little cart right there, a little electric cart, man, hit that. It sounded like it's knocking the front end out from underneath it. In fact, that's on a curve, and one tire would hit up, make the back tire rock up, and it would just spin. So she'd have to kind of hit it fast so that she wouldn't get up and one tire lose traction off the back, and it was going to destroy it. I said, man, y'all cut that curb down and let's give it a nice long slope. and they're out there working on that. And I've had them chipping the slag off the road right there from where we poured the house and we mixed out there on the street all the time. And they've been knocking that loose too. I had them to trim up all these trees and overgrowth on this other lot over here, and we're always doing it back over here by Yoli's too, and leaving no place for mosquitoes. And there's little young saplings growing up over there again, so after a while I'll get them to cut that out. And we've been trimming up this talisi right here, where some sunlight can get underneath it. Right now Ding is getting rid of some ants on there so he can climb up there more. He's got him a fire stick. Well, he's going after him. I don't know if y'all see that. Let me zoom up here. Yeah. This talisi has really grown in the past few years, but it seems like it's cool to have the shade, but it's actually smothering out other trees. And the leaves, the sap, the ants, oh my God. Man, those leaves get all up in here and block everything. We're just constantly cleaning them up. And the sap gets all over everything in the vehicles. And like saying, it just draws up ants galore too. So we're trimming it back and let some younger trees and stuff grow there, something that's more beneficial.
So every morning I go feed the 45 days chicken, and then after like lunchtime, like around 2 or 3 p.m. I ask always Angel to check their feeder because come on. And then this little girl is here and she really insists to help. So she's the one to carrying the feed right now. Careful, careful, hold that one tight. She really trying to insist it. So, ay ginulanda. Hold on. Clean up. So they continue clean up the one that I was been cleaning here before. And James asked to chop this talisa here. It's because there's a lot of that. Ano English ka palalag? What's the English? What? You stay there because there's a lot of ants. Yeah, this little girl, she's stubborn like me. Told her to stay away here. Don't come because there's a lot of big ants. So they're trying to burn and smoke there right now so that the ants gonna be away. She said she's take my video because I am beautiful. Are you beautiful? Huh? Well, I don't know if one of my papaya here will be survive. But let's see. I'm just wait for a few weeks. So if not, I think I'm going to chop it. I'm going to give away the fruits and then I just going to chop and plant a new one. And look at my red okra. So the reason that I never harvest this because I keep this one for seeds. Actually, I was been sprouting more red okra here. That is a pepper chili. Small, can you smell? Do you think it is picture? Oh, ambitious. So hello everyone. So it's almost end of the day work, and by the way, I would like to send my gratitude to all of you that sending their prayer and their cares, their and their worries. So thank you so much everyone for asking, about us. So for now, not for now. So so glad that James feeling better since yesterday, and I am happy to see that he is feeling better. And of course, as myself as well, I'm doing better. So thankfully, we survive each other. So this is all the remaining concrete that we are been mixing here before when we start building our house. So I don't know where James want to put it, but I'm not pretty sure that the boys know where they gonna dump it. Free wood. This is the Lisa, and we call this one the Indian almond. The wood was really good for cooking. It's very good. So this is my service for everything. Fetching kids, going to market, everything. I'm about to head up also to go fetching July to school. Where's the key? I need my key. Because July told me I'm going to fetching her around 5.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning from another day here in the Philippines. So we are continuing on working on the kitchen cabinets here and all. And right now, I've got Marvin down in here continuing to skim coat the inside of that concrete, and then at some point we'll come through, sand all of it smooth inside these cabinets everywhere, and we'll put a concrete primer on, and then we'll come through and put a good 2 or 3 coats of paint in there on the inside. I've got some tools ordered for joining wood that I'm waiting to come before I build the cabinet fronts on here and start building the drawers and all. I want them to be really good and tough and strong. So waiting on that. Yesterday put a couple pieces of accent tile back here, and I've got my tools laying there. I need to cut the opening for that outlet right there, put it in, and get that back up. It's nice getting all this together slowly. I've got the grease trap down here. I've got the grease trap here, and I need to get some fittings that's got a 2-inch in and out. I need to get some fittings, some elbows, some different things to get that tied up. I definitely want the grease trap. I do not want this pipe inside the concrete clogged up with, just old grease and fats and things like that, and food particles grab into it and all. So that is very important that I get on there. So I won't connect the water, even though I got all the fittings sitting right here in the valves. I won't connect the water until the grease trap is connected. And the local hardware stores do not have what I need. I'll probably have to go to the city, or possibly have to order it on Amazon. Down here in front of the house, the boys have continued chipping off all that old concrete slag off the road right there. Up here where we put this windows in a while back, and we had to pour that little concrete extension on the wall right there. Marvin's been up here skim coating that back and forth as he does the cabinets downstairs, and these little parts around the windows here also working on that. But something I haven't showed you guys is that I removed a couple of these windows. There's the frames, there's the glass, and let me show you right here. I've got Joel closing that in right there. And the reason being And I'll show you here too. And I had him to make this little wall right up here also. You see this little sloped roof here coming down over this staircase. Those windows over there, there was no way to get a proper flashing in right here to flash that with that glass there. And we have the flashing for it, just can't attach it if there was glass windows there. So that was bad on my part. I'm gonna own it. It was bad on my part, and I said, look here, let's just change that and take those two windows out right here. There's lots of glass here. It's like you're not gonna be able to see. It's glass everywhere here, all the way around, even right there. So another thing is right here, the sun in the afternoon is so intense on those windows too that they're just like a heater. That glass is so hot right there. So I said, you know what? I'd like to have a blank wall in here anyway. There's no place to put nothing that there's, you know, not glass. So I've got him preparing to render that up right there, and that will no longer be windows there. We can get the flashing in, and then I have a solid wall, and I don't have that intense sun right there. So that's the story with that. Now, if you're gonna say, well, you wasted the money on these windows. No, because we planned on this a long while back. We said, you know, I mean, months ago, we had discussed this, of doing this. And that when we build those rooms down below down there, that we would reuse these windows in those rooms, and we'll cast our openings in those walls accordingly. So we went ahead and got the frames out, and now we have them. And here soon we're going to be down there casting all of that, and they will get repurposed down there, and no money lost. There's been two factors taking place, maybe three, of why we haven't started that other build over there. One of the factors, the major one, is the weather. Yeah, it looks nice today, but we can't base off what's going to happen on a day. This is rainy season, typhoon season. There's another one forming right now. We're expected to have that habagat back in the next couple of days. So we have that. And yeah, it's pretty today, but it has been nothing but constant bad weather. Can't much go out there and do a good job and clean work and pouring down rain. So that's been one of the things. And another thing, we had took a break and we went back to Texas and came back and kind of slowly got started back up on other things because didn't have our whole crew here. They got scattered due to decision Melinda made. But they've still never been whole because it's been a lot of different illnesses going around. When rainy season comes, people are getting coughs and colds, and kids are getting sick and everything else. It's just a hard time of the year to work here outside, getting, you know, a major project done. We can get some small projects done here and there. So I wanted to come up and work on the house up here. And I said, and this is going to be the number 2 reason, is that before we start on another major project, I want a lot of loose ends done here on the house. Mel does, and I do both. She didn't even know I was going to start these projects. I want a lot of loose ends tied up before I start another project, you know, over there on that. And a major project. And then I want all of our focus to be over on that. Not this little thing needs to be done over here, and this little thing needs to be done over here, and this needs to be done, that needs to be done. So that is the number 2 reason right there. I really don't know if there's a third reason, just basically getting materials gathered up and just waiting for, you know, nice stretch of nice weather. So anyway, that's what's been happening, and it's all coming together. It's looking good, and I'm very happy for it, and it feels good to get all these little things done, like down there building the kitchen, doing the stuff in our master bathroom, and right now Joelle's making another little short extension wall out. And the guest bathroom, the one that G-Li uses right off the kitchen, that little hallway there. So I'm gonna go pick up a shower door for it also and get that in. But it's nice. It's nice to get these things done. So we have this extra little stove right here. It's got an oven on it and all, little Germania. These are common in the Philippines and probably some other countries too. It's a good little stove. This stove is going to go into that little cantina out there for Melinda. Now that cantina is not a dirty kitchen. Some of y'all never see here. There's a CR up here on the rooftop. Yeah, I like this little CR, and this little room's always bright with those glass blocks right there and this window, and it's funny, it don't get hot. It has this metal roof, but then it has a little concrete roof over the top, and this whole room stays cool all the time. It's pretty nice. And these are air conditioner units, and they're protected from direct with the salt and the rains and everything, and shaded, so that's nice. We hang clothes right here over them because what happens when you run the AC units? They blow out hot air right here, right? And the heat goes up, and there it is, dries the clothes even on rainy days. So we reshaped the approach on the driveway here, and that's a whole lot better, way better. We cut all that back and chiseled it all back. We've been getting all this slag off the front of the house here too from mixing concrete and all. They got a little bit more they're going to get out over here. It's about 1 inch thick on there. They're continuing to still work on getting all that off. I just want it to look really nice out front right here, not a big old scar on the road. Every house in the subdivision has a scar on the road. I'm not the only one. Some have a big old, it's like a mound. Some of it's like 4 or 6 inches thick. You like literally like a speed bump in front of their house. So mine was kind of minor compared to some of them. And I just wanted it to look nice. I kind of even thought about sealing and painting the street right in front of us here. Kind of, it really needs it. It needs to be all blown out right here in these cracks and some sealer put in, you know. And I thought about, you know, right in front of us right here, I may do that. I might do it and just make it really nice. So it's looking good to me. I'm really pleased with it. It's looking really good. And we took all that chipped up slag, there was a bunch of it, and took it out to the beach. There's a gate that goes, there's a street right here in the middle of the subdivision, and it dead ends back here. And I poured new concrete columns and all on it before. The old columns were just crumbled and junk. And I bought metal to build a new gates over there. And over there also I put up a solar security light on a pole up at the back gate too. And then I've had dump truck loads of stone brought through that back gate, and each time it leaves like crunched up rock and residue on the ground, and those trucks pack it in. And then next time I had the trucks, the next time they delivered it back up even further. So what's happened is it started making like a rock drive going out the back on the beach. So there's a low place out there going to the beach, and I'm gonna take all that slag and put in that low place and fill it. And not only will it give something hard to drive on, but it actually builds that up some too against like water standing there, and against erosion of it flowing, because it's got something for it to all hold on to. So that's the deal with that. Got scaffolding up here right now because when we put those windows in, there was those little sides had to be filled in, and Joel worked on that and he filled them in, and now Marvin's been up there skim coating all that in, and he's working outside and inside both. So working on that, and a few other things we're going to do on that little bit of bamboo scaffolding's up right there. So that's looking pretty nice. And then over here, just a big old hump right here. This is just a big old hump of dirt. And always when we had deliveries, they have to try to back real hard up over that and all. And we're taking that dirt and moving it from the front, moving it in further where it's low in the back, and it was so high here in the front. So I asked them to shave that down, and it'd be easier to approach in on here and all. Just to cut it down some. It's always been a mess to deal with. It's just like a big old mountain right at the curb. Same way that it is right here. It's just a big old pile right at the corner. It's low there and it's low over there, and it's a big old mound right here. And just kind of tidying it up. I'm gonna just make it a little bit more presentable right here across the front. I'm gonna have the boys to clean up this lot over here next door next to Yoli. I think there's a doctor or somebody that owns that lot, but they don't really ever come do anything with it. But it's always getting kind of overgrown. We put cows over there to graze down the grass, but they want to eat all those weeds. So it's always growing those saplings up across the back there. So we'll clean it up again. It's something we kind of do annually. Every year we do a cleanup over there, even though it's not our property. We just want it to look good and no place for people to hide or mosquitoes and varmints to live and things like that. So we'll do a little cleanup over there again. And we just did a cleanup along this neighbor's fence. These people are in Canada, and they came here for the first time in like 10 years a few months ago. First time in 10 years. The house just sits there. 10 years. But they claim that they're going to be doing something with it before long. And they get some caretakers that come out every once in a while, but they do the bare minimum. So I'm always trimming up trees around there. We just trimmed up those trees right in front of Yoli there too. And just kind of do our part in the community. I always do our part in the community, probably more so than anyone. That's the way it is. I enjoy it here though. I enjoy life here. And it's just small things.